Like I said in a previous video, I'm not going to be doing daily uploads, but obviously where there was so much that happened within these 8 or 9 months, I want to talk about a lot of things, so that's why I'm already doing another video the next day. But it isn't going to stay like that forever. Like I said, I'm going to upload videos when I feel like it. I found out the problem as well from the previous video, what actually was happening with the quality and the brightness. It was to do with the tripod, but that was an add-on. The actual problem itself was the HDR setting I had turned on in the settings, and that just made the quality a lot worse. But at the end of the day, the video that I posted and like refilmed, it didn't look as bad as before. You could see me and you could hear me, and that's the whole point of the video. As long as I can hear and see myself, not even see myself, but as long as you can hear what I'm saying and I can hear what I'm saying, then it's good to go, it's good to upload. So I didn't need to re-film it, even though the quality still wasn't as good as it can be. But actually, moving on into the video, because I tend to rant quite a bit. This isn't actually something I have written down in my notes. This is something that has basically happened today, not to me, but something I just want to talk about. Well, and yesterday as well, I guess you could say, because I want to talk about two different things, but merge them into one. First thing I want to talk about is I saw someone that I went to secondary school with at my gym, and I caught up with him. We were talking for like 5-6 hours, just catching up and talking about lots of different things. But we were in the gym for like 5-6 hours, just standing in the same position, just talking, like at the same machine, just there. And then I saw him again a couple of days after, I'm pretty sure. Spoke to him for roughly an hour, and then I saw him again, and we spoke for like an hour and a half, or a little bit under an hour and a half. So I just thought, instead of us keep bumping into each other, we may as well like meet up, you know what I mean? So gonna meet up with him, my best friend, and someone else on this Saturday. Just gonna talk about stuff and just life, nothing specific, just go over the conversation and go with the flow. But obviously our conversation spread out into lots of different places, and one of his friends in his circle, he says he tries and motivates him to get him to read, and the only time he's ever read was when I got him to, and he read again yesterday because I influenced and nudged him. Ultimately, he picked up that book, he decided to read. You could say, well, he wouldn't have done that if I didn't message him or I didn't tell him my point of view to get him to try and influence him to actually read. Yeah, but it's still not 100% possibility. You never know, one day he could have just actually picked up a book and started reading, right? There is that slim chance. But the only 2 times he had read, despite the person who I said I was catching up with at the gym trying to get him to read, but his points that he was saying wasn't going in depth as much as I was. I was keeping it simple in a way he would understand, so there was no way that he could go, oh, I don't understand it. And I was just brutally honest and being 100% and just saying, it all leads back to you. The more and more you ask someone something, you get to the point of no return, and it leads back to themselves. So if you're like, I don't seem interested in reading, why don't you? That's because your mentality, and that's to do with you. So that excuse just gets flown out the window, because ultimately it's you who's not picking up that book and reading. Yeah, you may find it hard to focus, but there's different things where people find it hard to focus, but they've ended up doing it, you know what I mean? So he eventually read. I was really proud of him, and I appreciated that he actually listened to my words. Otherwise I was just speaking and he didn't even listen to me. But at the end of the day, I'm here to help people and myself. So even if he didn't listen, that's on him, you know what I mean? At least I tried to give him a little bit of advice. But that's that little situation, and he did say thank you for me actually helping him. But I just said, look, you don't even need to thank me, you know what I mean? You're the one who ultimately picked up the book. I didn't hold a gun to your head and say, read this now, you know what I mean? He picked it up, he read it. I just influenced you to read today, you know what I mean? He said he's going to be a man of his word and start reading. And I said, even if it's a page, a line, a paragraph, anything is already 100% better than what he was doing, because you're not reading at all. So if he reads a line, that's already 100% more progress than before, I wouldn't advise reading a line because then it's pretty pointless, you know what I mean? But I'm just using it as an example. So he's reading, he said he's gonna continue to read, but I just find it crazy because I have a really strong influence and that's only just one situation. And going back to the other person, the one where I said I saw him in the gym, we was talking for 5-6 hours, and he was in my secondary school. The person, by the way, who I got to read also went to my secondary school. That's how we all know each other. It's just I haven't really spoke to them properly in a while. But yeah, the one who I was speaking to for a while in the gym sent me a message today. I was in the bath, just getting ready, just getting up, and I was like, it's a bit random, it's a bit early. So I was like, okay, let me message him back. I said, yo, what's up? And then he started texting me and said he needs to tell me something. And I was like, can you not tell me over the phone? Because like I'm in the bath right now. And he was like, no, we need to meet. So I was like, okay, I'll meet you. We texted a little bit. I'm not going to go into what he was texting about because it's something personal to him and something private to him. So I'm not going to start talking about his life, you know what I mean? That's to do with him. So I met him and he told me, and I'm the first person he's told, and I've only just started speaking to him like the other day when I said I saw him in the gym, so maybe like a week, maybe a little over a week, maybe a little under a week, and he's already told me first out of anyone else. Not like it's a competition or anything, but I really do appreciate that because he's coming to me despite him being able to tell other people that he's closest with or closer with. And I just thought, you know what, I generally appreciate that, him actually wanting to talk to me about it specifically when he could have told anyone, and I've only been talking to him for like a week, so it's like there was obviously something where he felt like he wanted to talk to me. And I asked him that and he said, I don't know, I just feel like you're the person to talk to. So he obviously went with that feeling and spoke to me, and I just find it kind of crazy because it's like he's putting his trust into me and the other person I influence, so it's like it's good that I'm actually helping these people, or people are asking for my help, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do with my life, help myself and the people around me. So they kind of go hand in hand because, like I said, it's to do with influence. He obviously felt a certain type of way with telling me. He said, I felt like to tell you. So it was like he was influenced by something to come towards me to ask if we could meet up and speak. And that's what I really appreciate, because he could have told his best friend that he's closer with, that he speaks to for ages and known all his like life and talks to daily, but he spoke to me. And I just find that actually really good. And I've written in my journal, I wrote it down in my daily gratitude, and I said I appreciate for him actually telling me and actually trusting me, despite us only talking again for like roughly a week, and him putting that trust within me. And I also appreciate the other person for listening to me when I was giving him advice and trying to give him a little bit of help when it comes to reading. But that's today's video. I know it seems random. Like I said, it's just something that happened like today or yesterday when I was talking to them. But yeah, that's today's video. I may film a video later. Who knows? But I'm going to post this one, and then I'll decide which video I want to film next. So I'll see you lot later.